Beloved, lean closer now. Do not let the noise of the passing world distract you. There is a frequency higher than fear, softer than worry, deeper than reasoning. You have heard the echoes in your dreams, the faint stirring in silent hours. Yet you wondered, is this really you, Lord? Yes, child, it has always been me. Before mountains were formed and oceans knew their borders, I authored your story in love. Before your first breath, I was already near, whispering destiny over the silent chambers of your soul. You may not remember those whispers, but they were real. You may not have discerned my voice among the clutter of disappointments. Yet I spoke, and I speak even now. This is not an ordinary moment. This is holy. You have been summoned, not by chance, nor by coincidence, but by the divine rhythm of my will calling you home. You have lived too long beneath the shadow of invisible rulers, fear. That subtle tyrant, wrapped in garments of logic and disguised as wisdom. How many decisions did you defer in the name of prudence? How many dreams withered before they bloomed because fear whispered, "What if you fail?" But hear me, child, for I expose only what I am prepared to destroy. Fear is not your protector. It has never been your friend. It did not shield you from heartbreak. It only delayed your healing. I watched as you bowed before its counterfeit authority, not because you were rebellious, but because you were weary. The ache of past wounds taught you caution, but caution, when married to fear, produces chains. And yet, I have not judged you. I have not withdrawn because of your hesitation. Instead, I have leaned in closer until my breath warmed your coldest seasons. Beloved, I am breaking the pattern now. This is not a suggestion. This is a divine decree. Do not tremble as I speak firmly. I correct not with cruelty, but with compassion. The pattern ends here, not because of your striving, but because of my intervention. I am not asking you to feel brave. I'm asking you to trust me. Trust is the bridge between where you are and where I designed you to be. You have stood at this threshold before, poised between longing and fear. I know the ache of almost stepping forward. I have seen the tears you wiped before anyone noticed. I heard your silent vows. Next time, Lord. Not yet, Lord. Maybe later. But I say, now, beloved, not because you are finally ready, but because readiness was never your responsibility. I am your readiness. I am your sufficiency. Come forward, child, not recklessly, but boldly, in me. You have mistaken silence for abandonment. You assumed waiting was punishment. You interpreted closed doors as rejection, but none of these were authored by me. I am the God who sits in the stillness. I am the Lord of the waiting seasons. I am the keeper of every door, the ones I open and the ones I close. What you call denial, I named preparation. What you called delay, I called preservation. You asked me why the breakthrough tarried. You asked why prayers seemed unanswered. But, beloved, I was shielding you from what would destroy you prematurely. Do you not know? Gifts without foundation collapse. Destiny without refinement leads to ruin. I love you too much to grant what you pray for when your heart is not yet fortified to carry it. So here I am, confronting you in love. Not to shame, but to free. Not to scold, but to awaken. You cannot partner with fear and walk in freedom simultaneously. You must choose. And this is not a harsh ultimatum. It is a loving invitation. Release your allegiance to survival. You were not created to merely endure. You were fashioned in glory to overcome. The identity you wear in heaven is not the cautious one. It is the courageous one. I know you do not feel that way yet, but feeling will follow truth, and truth begins now. I am reintroducing you to yourself, the self I designed before life lied to you, the version untouched by betrayal, the soul unscarred by abandonment, the spirit still tender, still brave, still fully mine. Here is my offer, your fear for my boldness, your shame for my acceptance, your hesitation for my divine confidence. Will you trade, child? Will you release what you were never meant to carry? There is no striving here. There is no earning. This is surrender. I do not ask you to become holy by willpower. I ask you to become whole by remaining in my love. For my perfect love does not just cast out fear. It fills every empty room fear once occupied. It heals every fracture where fear once echoed. It silences every accusation fear once rehearsed. And that love is here. Not later. Not one day. Here. Now. In this very moment. I know the past tried to teach you otherwise. I know memories still linger, whispering, it's safer to stay small. It's better not to believe too deeply. But those voices are ghosts. They do not speak for me. I am the God who remembers your essence when you forget. I am the Father who cradles your destiny while you wrestle with disappointment. I have not changed my mind about you. Even in your doubts, I remain steadfast. Even in your rebellion, I remain present. You thought I measured you by perfection, but I measured you by proximity. Even when you drew back, I never drew away. And now the shift begins. Not tomorrow, not in a future that feels unreachable, but now. I am awakening what fear put to sleep. I am reviving what disappointment buried. I am restoring what shame distorted. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not a mistake waiting to be corrected. You are my beloved, prepared for such a time as this. Hear me. What I place in motion no man can stop. What I declare no demon can reverse. What I breathe life into no grave can hold. You are rising, child, not because you forced your way forward, but because my love has declared, enough, arise. Do not fear what is next. Do not resist the unknown. You are not stepping into darkness, you are stepping into me. And in me, there is no fear. In me, there is fullness of joy. In me, there is clarity beyond confusion. I will teach your feet to walk where they have never dared. I will teach your voice to speak with divine boldness. I will teach your spirit to rest while the storms rage. This is the beginning of becoming. Not a performance, but a posture, not a spotlight, but surrender. Child, trust me. For as surely as the sun rises after the longest night, so will my glory rise over you. And what you once feared will become your testimony. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord. Beloved, now that you have heard my voice calling you out of hiding, let us go deeper still. Freedom does not come by simply stepping out. It comes when the chains that once bound you are shattered from within. And so I say to you now, we must break the agreements you made in moments of pain. Some agreements were whispered in dark nights. I will never trust again. I will always be alone. I will never be enough. Do you remember when you said them? Maybe not with your lips, but with your surrender to hopelessness. But child, those were never my words. I am the word that was in the beginning, and my word never spoke abandonment. My word never declared insufficiency over you. My word never sentenced you to a life of smallness. I speak better things. I speak of fullness. I speak of abundance. I speak of healing. So today, in this sacred space between what was and what is yet to come, I invite you to break those silent vows. Every lie you partnered with I am tearing down, not by violence but by truth, not with shame, but with light. Light does not argue with darkness, and it simply appears and darkness flees. And I am light. I am appearing in the hidden corners of your belief systems. I am invading the crevices where you thought you had to hide. You no longer need to defend your scars. You no longer need to explain why you stayed in survival mode. I already know. I already saw. And yet, I have chosen to heal, not to condemn. Child, this is my mercy. Not that I overlooked your brokenness, but that I refuse to let it define your future. What once ruled you in secret, I now expose. To destroy, not to embarrass. To free, not to shame. You have carried enough. You have fought in your own strength long enough. Now, release. Let me take the burdens you normalized. Let me carry the weight you forgot was heavy. There are places inside you even you no longer visit. Places where disappointment echoes endlessly. Rooms sealed by vows you made long ago. I won't hope again. I can't risk loving. I refuse to feel. But hear me, precious one. Walls may have kept pain out, but they also kept healing away. I am not interested in shallow renovation. I desire deep restoration. I am not afraid of the hidden you. I do not flinch at your deepest sorrows. I do not withdraw from your bitter questions. Invite me there. Let me sit in the very middle of your heartbreak. I am not in a hurry to fix you. I am committed to dwell with you. In my presence, wounds become testimonies. In my nearness, bitterness melts into surrender. In my hands, shattered pieces are shaped into glory. This is where transformation begins, not by pushing pain away, but by allowing me to hold it with you. And now, beloved, it is time to talk about you. Not who fear says you are, not who failure pretends you are, not who rejection painted you to be, but who I have always known you to be. You are not fragile, you are formed. You are not forgotten, you are favored. You are not rejected, you are redeemed. When you were overlooked, I saw you. When you were mislabeled, I defended you. When you were discarded, I claimed you. You may have worn garments of shame, but I clothe you now with dignity. You may have rehearsed accusations, but I declare vindication. Listen closely. You are not a mistake that slipped through divine fingers. You are a masterpiece that flowed from my heart. Before trauma marked you, I named you. Before betrayal broke you, I sealed you. Before doubt confused you, I established you. My image in you is not fragile. It does not erode with rejection. It does not fade with failure. It does not crack under pressure. You have believed lesser names. But today, I remind you of your eternal name. You are mine, not temporarily, not conditionally, fully, completely, eternally. It is time, my child. Time to come out of survival mode. Time to leave behind the scarcity mindset. Time to rise from defensive living. You were not made to react. You were made to reign. Survival taught you vigilance, but destiny teaches you vision. Survival built walls, but destiny builds bridges. Survival clings to control, but destiny surrenders to divine flow. Do not grieve the seasons of survival. They served their purpose. They taught you endurance. They showed you resilience, but they are not your forever home. I am calling you into movement again. Movement that does not strive, but flows. Movement that does not grasp, but trusts. Movement that does not fear, but loves. You will no longer wake each day preparing for disappointment. You will arise expecting divine partnership. You will no longer make plans based on worst case. scenarios you will dream again, with me. You will no longer silence your desires as foolish. You will dare again, because I delight in your desires. Hear me carefully, beloved. What I am doing now requires new rhythm, not the frantic pace of performance, not the exhausting dance of approval, but the steady cadence of communion. You will walk in step with my spirit, not with culture. You will respond to my voice, not to pressure. You will prioritize presence, not production. This is not laziness, this is lordship. This is not passivity, this is peace. As you remain with me, movement will come. As you rest in me, authority will rise. As you trust in me, doors will open without you needing to push. Your life will no longer be a monument of effort. It will become a testimony of surrender, and surrender is where power lives. Beloved, now that the old garments have been stripped away and the lies shattered beneath truth's hammer, hear me. This is not the end of healing. It is the beginning of sending. For I did not free you only to make you feel safe. I freed you because there is kingdom work that only your hands can carry. There are souls waiting to hear the sound of your deliverance. There are places where darkness still reigns, and I have chosen you as my vessel to carry light into them. This is divine commissioning, not earned through merit, not qualified by perfection, but established by surrender. You asked me many times, Lord, who am I to go? You whispered through trembling lips, surely you mean someone stronger, someone more gifted, someone more worthy. But child, listen carefully. I do not call the confident, I call the surrendered. I do not anoint the impressive, I anoint the available. I do not need your strength, I need your yes. So now I clothe you, not with the armor of human effort, but with the mantle of heaven's authority. You wear my favor, you wear my righteousness, you wear my name. When you walk into rooms, atmospheres will shift, not because of you, but because of me and you. When you speak, chains will rattle and minds will awaken, not because you are eloquent, but because my spirit will fill your words. You will not need to announce yourself. My presence will introduce you. You will not need to demand honor. My hand upon you will command attention. For those who walk in quiet surrender carry loud authority. But hear me also, beloved. With commissioning comes courage, and courage is not the absence of fear. It is the refusal to bow before it. You will not always feel ready. You will not always have full clarity. You will often move while questions still linger. But that too is obedience. I am not asking you to move when all feels safe. I am asking you to move when I say go, because safety is not the absence of risk. Safety is my voice leading you through risk. I am imparting boldness now. Boldness that silences intimidation. Boldness that casts down imaginary scenarios of failure. Boldness that speaks truth in love, even when love feels costly. This is not arrogance. This is holy confidence. The same confidence that caused Moses to face Pharaoh, Esther to face the king, David to face the giant, and my son to face the cross. You are not bold because of who you are. You are bold because of who I am within you. Your life is not random. Your days are not accidental. Even the delays, the detours, and the deserts have been divinely woven into your assignment. You asked me, Lord, what is my purpose? Lord, what is I answer you now. Your purpose is to manifest my glory in every place your feet touch. Yes, there are specific assignments, and I will reveal them as you walk. But your highest calling is not to a role, but to relationship. Your first ministry is me, and from that place, all other callings will flow. You will carry my words to the weary. You will release healing where hope has dried up. You will call forth destiny in others where despair built tombs. Your hands will be my hands. Your eyes will see through my compassion. Your words will echo my heartbeat. Do not fear the scope. I will not overwhelm you. I will guide step by step, moment by moment. For the assignment is not about what you do. It is about who you become while doing it. I will not hide this from you, beloved. With divine authority comes earthly resistance. Not everyone will understand your fire. Not all will celebrate your obedience. Some will question, criticize, even oppose. But listen carefully. You are not called to be understood. You are called to be obedient. Do not explain yourself where I have not asked you to. Do not dilute truth to avoid offense. Do not step back to make others comfortable. Love deeply. Speak kindly. But do not apologize for the anointing I have placed on your life, for this oil was costly. It dripped through seasons of breaking. It flowed from crushing moments when you nearly gave up. And now it marks you. I am your defender. You do not need to vindicate yourself. Your fruit will speak when your words are silent. Now, beloved, as you prepare to step into all I have set before you, hear my final instruction for this part of your journey. Stay aligned. Do not run ahead of my voice. Do not lag behind in hesitation. Walk with me, not with ambition, with awareness, not with anxiety, with assurance. Daily intimacy will keep you calibrated. My word will be your compass. My spirit will be your constant companion. Listen closely. Not every opportunity is divine. Not every open door is my door. Discernment will be critical in the days ahead. Stay sensitive to my whispers. Let peace be your umpire. If peace lifts, pause. If peace remains, proceed. I will make your path clear. Even when it twists, I will speak. Even in the subtle, I will lead. Even when the crowd pulls another way, you are not called to blend. You are called to blaze a trail in partnership with me. Beloved, come closer now. You have heard my commissioning. You have received my mantle. You have been clothed in my courage. But now, I draw you into something even greater. Not greater in assignment, not greater in recognition, but greater in proximity. For what use is power without presence? What use is boldness without deep communion? Authority without intimacy is dangerous. Activity without abiding is exhausting. I do not send you from my presence. I send you in my presence, and I long for you to remain with me, not only when you feel desperate, but daily, moment by moment, breath by breath. You were never designed to visit me on occasion. You were designed to dwell. I am not impressed by your public victories. I am moved by your private surrender. When the applause fades, when the noise dims, when no eyes see, that is where I meet you. That is where I speak secrets reserved for lovers, not laborers. You have called me Lord, and rightly so. But now I call you friend. Friends sit together. Friends share burdens. Friends, listen without performance. This is what I long for. Not religious routine, not obligation, but friendship, but fellowship, but unhurried nearness. When you wake, I am there. When you lie down, I am there. When you walk through your day, I desire to be in every step, not watching from above, but walking beside. Do not confine me to sacred spaces. I am not limited to temples made with hands. You are my dwelling place. You are my holy ground. To walk in this rhythm, you must know my spirit, not merely as doctrine, but as reality. The Holy Spirit is not an accessory to your life. He is not a distant helper summoned only in crisis. He is not occasional wind. He is the very breath in your lungs. Child, He is your teacher. He is your comforter. He is your revealer of truth. He is your divine advantage. And now, I say this clearly. You cannot fulfill what I have called you to without him. You were never meant to try. The Spirit within you is your empowerment. The Spirit upon you is your endorsement. When you walk in partnership with him, grace flows. Decisions align. Discernment sharpens. Love deepens. Power manifests. You will not strive for signs. You will naturally become a sign. For the Spirit does not perform, he manifests. And when he is honored, heaven touches earth through you. But hear me, beloved, with love and with clarity. Glory requires stewardship. Anointing requires maturity. Favor requires faithfulness. I am not just pouring out oil. I am building you into a vessel that can carry it well. So I will train you, not always in public victories, but in private disciplines. Your flesh may resist structure, but your spirit will thrive in it. You will learn the art of pause. When everything around you rushes, you will learn the strength of silence when opinions roar. You will learn the beauty of listening before you speak. You will learn the necessity of daily devotion, not as law, but as life. You will fast when no one commands it. You will give when no one compels it. You will serve when no one sees it. Why? Because you walk with me. Because you love me. Because intimacy produces voluntary sacrifice. Not to earn my approval. You already have that. But to remain in alignment. Because alignment guards destiny. Beloved, this is bigger than you. What I build in you through communion will echo for generations. I do not waste intimacy. The time you spend with me in secret will birth fruit that outlives your earthly years. I am making you into a well, a deep well from which others will draw, a hidden spring that will water dry lands, a carrier of eternal substance in an age obsessed with shallow noise. You have asked me, Lord, will my life matter? I answer you now. When you live from my presence, your legacy will be written in eternal ink, not temporary applause. Children yet unborn will be impacted by the prayers you whisper today. Nations will shift because of the words we share in silent moments. Hearts you may never meet will heal because of your hidden obedience. This is the legacy of communion. This is the reward of friendship with me. But I must tell you with tenderness and truth. Proximity is a choice. Many begin close but grow distracted. Many taste my presence but then trade me for performance. Many encounter me in tears but later distance themselves in busyness. Beloved, do not drift. Guard the flame. Tend the altar. Return to me daily, not for ministry but for love. You will minister from overflow, not from emptiness. You will lead from wholeness, not from exhaustion, but only if you remain. Abide, child. Abide when blessings flow. Abide when storms rage. Abide when applause fades. Abide when silence lingers. For those who abide bear much fruit, not through striving, but through staying. I am not a guest child. I am the resident king of your life. I will dine with you in laughter. I will sit with you in sorrow. I will whisper through confusion. I will celebrate in triumph. You will not journey alone. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever again. For I am Emmanuel. I am God with you. I am Spirit within you. I am love surrounding you. And in this divine communion, you will become all you were destined to be, not by force, not by fear, but by fellowship. Walk with me, beloved, not hurriedly, not anxiously, but in step, in rhythm, in friendship. For this is the way of true power. This is the path of eternal impact, and this is only the beginning. Beloved, now that we have walked deeply in communion, and your heart has been tethered to my presence, hear me, for the time of release draws near. What I have done privately, what I have whispered tenderly, what I have carved gently in the unseen places, I now prepare to reveal openly. You have lingered with me in the hidden chambers, but I did not shape you only for the secret place. I shaped you to carry my sound into public spaces. For the world does not need more noise. The world needs voices that have been forged in fire, softened by love and anchored in truth. You are that voice. Not the only voice, but a necessary voice. There are things I am now unveiling to you. Beloved, strategies not taught in textbooks, solutions not born in human logic, visions that require divine perspective. I am lifting your eyes higher. You will no longer view circumstances merely through natural sight. You will see nations through my lens. You will discern movements by my spirit. You will sense seasons not by calendars, but by prophetic atmosphere. Do not fear this gifting. It is not strange. It is sacred. I am sharing my secrets because I trust your surrender. With vision comes responsibility. Not to control, not to manipulate, but to partner. I will show you what is ahead, not so you panic, but so you pray. I will give you insight, not so you boast, but so you build. I will reveal hearts, not so you judge, but so you intercede. The prophetic is not a stage performance. It is a servant's mantle. You will carry it humbly. You will steward it wisely, and I will confirm it with power. Child, listen closely now. I am shifting you from obscurity to visibility, but not for vanity. Visibility in my kingdom is not about fame, it is about function. You have asked, why have I remained unseen so long? Why has my voice been silenced in rooms where I knew I carried something divine? And I answer you now, because I was protecting your purity. Premature visibility spoils what only maturity can steward. But you did not miss your moment. You were preserved for your moment. And now, the fullness of time has come. Rooms that once ignored, you will now call for you. Voices that once dismissed you will now seek your counsel. Places where doors were shut will now swing wide, not by your force, but by my favor. Not because you chased platforms, but because you chose my presence. But remember this, beloved, you speak not to be heard, but to release heaven. You speak not to provoke applause, but to provoke awakening. Your words will carry weight, not weight that crushes, but weight that frees. When you open your mouth in obedience, I will fill it with clarity. I will saturate it with love. I will mark it with conviction. Your voice will cut through confusion. Your voice will silence lies. Your voice will call prodigals home, and you will not speak from opinion. You will speak from overflow. You will not echo culture. You will echo the cry of my spirit. Some will embrace, some will resist. But you, child, will remain steady, for I do not call you to adjust your tone for approval. I call you to release truth for transformation. You may ask, Lord, will it matter? Will they listen? And I say, more than you know. For every word from my throne carries life. And as you release them faithfully, some will hear immediately, some will resist, some will receive quietly and awaken later, but none will escape the ripple. None will remain untouched. You will shift generations without realizing it. You will plant seeds that blossom after you depart. You will leave echoes in hearts you never meet. Do not measure success by applause. Measure it by obedience. Do not gauge impact by visibility. Gauge it by faithfulness. I see what man does not. I weigh what man ignores, and I reward what man overlooks. Beloved, now hear the sobering truth. With great release comes greater responsibility. Your life is not your own. Your voice is not for hire. Your gift is not for manipulation. You will be tempted, not only with sin, but with shortcuts. You will be invited into rooms that do not honor my spirit. You will be offered opportunities that do not align with my heart. Do not trade your birthright for momentary relevance. Stay pure, stay humble, stay anchored. For those who carry, my glory must protect its integrity. I will provide for you. I will promote you in due season. I will vindicate you when misunderstood. You need not grasp. You need only guard. Guard your motives. Guard your purity. Guard your secret place. For in guarding, these you guard the weight of your assignment. And now, child, I say this with tenderness and fire. It is time. Time to stop waiting for perfect moments. Time to stop silencing your own voice in false humility. Time to rise, to speak, to release. You are not who you once were. You are my messenger. You are my vessel. You are my partner. And my spirit will confirm through you what the world desperately needs to hear. No longer hidden. No longer hesitant. No longer held back by fear. Arise. Shine. For your light, my light, has come, and nations, generations, and heavenly hosts will respond as my sound flows through your surrendered life. This is the beginning of global purpose. This is the unveiling of prophetic destiny, and it begins now. Beloved, now that I have commissioned you, now that I have called your voice forth, understand this next truth. Your calling is not only words. It is not only proclamation. It is not merely teaching or encouragement. It is power. It is presence. It is manifestation. For my kingdom does not consist in talk alone, but in power. And you are not sent as a philosopher. You are sent as a vessel of divine reality. Where you go, I go. Where you speak, I release. Where you extend your hand in faith, I stretch mine in glory. I have not called you to explain me. I have called you to reveal me. The world has heard enough arguments. What it cries for now is encounters. And you, yes you, beloved, will be the meeting place. Not because of your perfection, but because of your yieldedness. When you walk into a room, atmospheres will shift, not by volume, not by personality, but by the weight of my spirit resting upon you. Depression will lift, confusion will scatter, fear will tremble, because I, the Lord of glory, will walk in with you. You have asked me, Lord, will I see miracles? Will I carry power? Hear me now. You were never designed to watch miracles from afar. You were always destined to walk in them. You will lay hands and healing will flow. You will declare and chains will break. You will worship and heavens will open. Not because you have mastered formulas, but because you have embraced friendship. Miracles are not rewards for the elite. They are the natural fruit of those who abide. Stay near to me and you will see the supernatural become normal. Stay yielded, and you will watch as heaven responds to simple prayers. Not every miracle will be public. Some will happen in whispered moments. Some will occur as you pass by, but all will testify. God is with them. Beloved, do not underestimate your presence. You are not ordinary. You are not neutral. You carry kingdom weight wherever you go. In conversations, peace will reign. In conflicts, wisdom will flow. In chaos, order will come. You will not always need to shout. Sometimes, your very silence will carry authority. You will walk into places riddled with demonic torment and they will quiet, not because you rebuked loudly, but because my presence in you disrupted their domain. You are not a thermometer adjusting to the temperature of the world. You are a thermostat, establishing divine climate wherever your feet tread. And this will not be occasional. This will become your normal. For you were not created to react to darkness. You were created to reign in light. But, child, hear this caution. This flow will not come through effort. It will not emerge through formulas or rehearsed prayers. It will come through yieldedness. The less you cling to control, the more I can flow through you. When you stop trying to make things happen, you will see I am already moving. When you release your grip on outcomes, you will realize my outcomes exceed your imagination. Miracles are not manufactured. They are manifested when surrender becomes your posture. So do not strive. Rest in me. Flow with me. You will find that supernatural moments will interrupt ordinary days, not always dramatic, but undeniably divine. You often pray, Lord, let me see revival. But I say to you now, beloved, you will become revival, not an event, not a sermon, not a conference, but a living, breathing encounter with the living God. Your life will testify in silent ways. Your demeanor will provoke hunger. Your peace will confuse anxiety-driven minds. Your joy will be contagious in sorrowful rooms. For as I fill you daily, you will leak my glory everywhere. Some will ask, what is it about you? And you will not point to self, you will point to me. This is how nations are discipled, not through force, not through fear, but through radiant sons and daughters who reveal who I truly am. As the flow increases, so must your honor. Honor me in private, and I will exalt you in public. Honor my spirit's whispers, and I will trust you with more. Honor every miracle, large or small, and you will see them multiply. Never become casual with my presence. Familiarity breeds contempt, but reverence produces overflow. Stay low, child. Stay hungry. Stay teachable. You are not the source. You are the steward, and I will continue to entrust much to those who know how to pour without pride. This is not seasonal. This is not temporary. I am shaping you for continual flow. Daily encounters. Constant communion. Ongoing manifestations. You will not visit revival. You will host it. You will not attend power. You will carry it. You will not witness transformation. You will release it. For the days of occasional fire are over. Now begins the era of continual burning. And as you burn with me quietly, steadily, passionately, the world will come to watch you burn, not to admire, but to encounter the God who set you ablaze. Beloved, come nearer still, for what I am about to speak is not merely for you. It is for those yet unseen. It is for the sons and daughters who have not yet called upon my name. It is for the nations whose doors have not yet opened. It is for the moments still wrapped in mystery and hidden within time. You, child, are no accident of history. You are a divine strategy for legacy. I did not raise you up only to bless you personally. I have marked you to become a gate for generations, a pioneer, a builder, a voice that echoes long after your temporary steps upon the earth have ended. You have asked me in secret, Lord, does my life matter beyond my lifetime? And I answer you now, beloved, more than you know. I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am the God of generations, not only moments. What I establish to last. What I pour out, I pour to overflow into descendants. You are standing today upon prayers you did not pray, upon sacrifices you did not offer, upon faith that others walked in long before you saw the light of day, and so it shall be with you. What you build in obedience today, what you steward in purity now, what you model in faithfulness daily, will become the foundation for others to rise. They will drink from wells you have dug. They will walk through doors you have unlocked. They will run upon paths you paved with hidden surrender. Do not underestimate your silent victories. Do not dismiss your private yes. For every act of obedience echoes louder in eternity than any sermon ever preached. You are shaping history in ways you cannot yet comprehend. I call you, now, beloved, not merely my child, but my builder, my gatekeeper. Builders see beyond seasons. Gatekeepers guard what others take for granted. You will build altars not for fame, but for habitation. You will establish gates, not for exclusion, but for divine access. Others will come through what you guard. Others will encounter me because you refuse to compromise. Others will rise because you chose consistency over convenience. You are not selfishly blessed. You are blessed to become a blessing. I have entrusted you with influence for the sake of others. I have crowned you with authority not for control, but for covering. Do not grow weary in this assignment, beloved. For builders often labor while others sleep. Gatekeepers often watch while others celebrate. But your reward will be great, not only in heaven but in seeing lives transformed by the legacy you leave. Hear me carefully now. The authority I place upon you is not static, it is multiplying. What begins in you will increase through you. Your victories will not end with you. Your breakthroughs will become blueprints for others. Where you broke chains, others will find pathways. Where you won private battles, others will find public confidence. Where you dared to believe, others will find permission to dream. Your authority will reproduce. Not by your striving, but by your example. As you walk in purity will spread. As you walk in boldness, boldness will arise. As you walk in faith, faith will be awakened. This is the multiplication of legacy. This is the fruit of walking surrendered. You are not only a recipient, you are a reproducer, beloved. You must understand this deeply. This is not about ego. This is not about empire. This is about the next generation. Your ceiling will become their floor. Your ceiling must become their floor. Do not hoard revelation. Do not guard breakthroughs as trophies. Pour freely, for I have given freely. Raise up sons and daughters. Raise up the overlooked and the underestimated. Raise up those who were written off by man, but chosen by me. Empower. Equip. Release. The measure of your impact is not how high you ascend, but how many ascend with you. Now I charge you, beloved. Keep building. When it feels slow, keep building. When it feels thankless, keep building. When others walk away, keep building. Your hands are holy. Your work is sacred. Your reward is eternal. What you build in love, I will protect, in power. What you establish in obedience, I will sustain in faithfulness. You are my gate in the earth. You are my builder among generations. You are my chosen vessel of legacy, and the generations yet to come will call you blessed, not because you sought their praise, but because you obeyed my voice. Beloved, you have walked with me through breaking and building, through secret whispers and public callings, through release of power and multiplication of legacy. Now lean in, for this is sacred. For what I speak now is about finishing. It is not difficult to begin. It is divine to endure. Many start with passion, fewer finish with consistency. But you, yes, you, beloved, I have marked not only to begin but to finish well. For your story does not end in exhaustion or obscurity. It ends in glory, not for your fame, but for my fulfillment. You have been taught to expect reward only in the afterlife. But, I say, even now I am your reward. Yes, crowns await you beyond time, yes, eternal treasures are prepared, but do not overlook the reward of my presence here. Every morning you choose me, that is reward. Every time you obey in secret, that is reward. Every moment you resist compromise, that is reward. I am your exceedingly great reward, beloved, not my gifts, not my blessings, but me. When you walk with me daily, you are already living in the fullness the world craves. Peace that cannot be shaken, joy that transcends circumstances, love that outlasts betrayal. These are the rewards of those who finish well, not because they rushed, but because they remained. Hear me clearly now. Endurance is not glamorous, it is quiet, it is hidden, it is daily. There will be days when zeal fades. There will be days when applause ceases. There will be seasons when clarity feels distant. But my delight in you will not dim. Do not equate divine pleasure with visible progress. Sometimes my greatest joy is found in your unseen yes. Every time you rise when no one watches, I see. Every time you pray when distractions invite you elsewhere, I hear. Every time you refuse bitterness, I record. You are maturing, child. Not because life grew easier, but because you chose to. Keep walking with me even when it didn't. This is what pleases me most. Not perfect performance, but steady presence. You have asked, Lord, when will everything make sense? When will the fullness of my purpose be clear? I tell you this with love and mystery. Not all will be revealed in this age. Some of your impact will be hidden until eternity unveils it. Some of your seeds will bear fruit long after your earthly race is complete. Some of your prayers will ripple into generations you will never meet. But do not mistake delay for denial. Do not mistake hiddenness for insignificance. You are playing a part in a story far larger than your lifetime. You are weaving threads into a tapestry that heaven celebrates, even when earth forgets. And when the final unveiling comes, when all is revealed before my throne, you will see nothing was wasted. Not the tears, not the trials, not the quiet sacrifices, not the daily choices to remain faithful. All will stand as testimony. All will shout, "This one walked with God," and beloved, there is no greater legacy. So now I speak with tenderness and fire. Do not drift, do not disengage, do not grow casual as you near the finish. Many lose their way not in storms, but in comfort. Many turn aside not in persecution, but in distraction. But you, child, stay anchored in my word, stay anchored in my spirit, stay anchored in my love. Finishing well is not about speed. It is about staying aligned. It is not about avoiding failure. It is about returning quickly when you stumble. I am not asking for flawless performance. I am asking for faithful presence. Remain with me, and I will complete what I began. And hear this, beloved, for every trial, there is triumph. For every surrender, there is surpassing joy. You will not cross the finish line empty-handed. You will not stand before me in regret. You will stand radiant, crowned not in human achievements, but in my affirmation. Well done, my good and faithful servant, faithful. You will hear it, child, not as a distant hope, but as a promised reality. Not because you lived perfectly, but because you lived surrendered. And in that moment, all will be worth it. The waiting, the weeping, the wrestling, all swallowed up in eternal joy. Until that day, walk daily with me. Not for duty, but for delight. Let me be your portion. Let me be your vision. Let me be your strength. And as you finish well, you will find that your ending is only the beginning. For in my kingdom, the end of one chapter always births the next, and beloved, you will write eternity with me forever. Beloved, now hear me with holy reverence. You have been called, you have been formed, you have been tested, you have been proven, and now I decree what heaven has long awaited to declare. You are unshakable, not by your might, not by your wisdom, not by your ability to stand, but because I, the Lord, your rock, have made you immovable. You have been pressed but not crushed. You have been struck down but not destroyed. You have been sifted, but now you are strengthened. The shaking did not break you, it revealed you. The storms did not drown you, they baptized you. The fire did not consume you, it refined you. And now, beloved, I say again, you are unshakable. You are no longer merely a servant wandering through assignments. You are a pillar, established, positioned, and eternal. Pillars do not move. Pillars do not bend with trends. Pillars do not collapse under pressure. Pillars uphold. Pillars support. Pillars remain. I have built you into such a one. You will no longer be tossed to and fro. You will no longer chase every passing wind. You will no longer shrink when opposition comes. You are planted in my house. You are rooted in my truth. You are secured by my covenant. And through you, others will find stability. Where people are shaken, you will stand. Where many fall away, you will remain. Where chaos abounds, you will anchor. You are no longer only a seeker. You are a builder. You are a foundation for others. You are a living testimony that I establish what I anoint. Beloved, authority is not only for doing, it is for being. You are now stepping into a realm where your very presence will carry weight. Not because you strive, but because you have become. You have become a carrier of wisdom. You have become a reflection of my nature. You have become a resting place for my spirit. Where you go, realms will respond, not because of your words alone, but because you walk in established identity. Demons will flee. Hearts will soften. Doors will unlock. You are not entering into authority. You are wearing it. I clothe you now in kingdom confidence. Not arrogance, but settled assurance. Not presumption, but divine legitimacy. Where I send you, you will govern. Where I position you, you will preside. Where you stand, you will not be moved. This is the mantle of those who finish well. I release you now as my voice to generations. Your words will not only mark your time, they will echo through eternity. Speak, child, without hesitation. Declare, beloved, without doubt. Prophesy, chosen one, without apology. For I will fill your mouth with truth. I will fill your spirit with fire. I will fill your heart with boldness. You will speak into valleys and see life return. You will speak into dry bones and see armies rise. You will speak into darkness and see light explode, and nations will listen, not because of your skill, but because my spirit will breathe through you. You are not only sent to rooms, you are sent to nations. You are not only sent to moments, you are sent to movements. Now hear me with all your being, beloved. The war over your identity is over. Better, battle for your destiny has been won. The accusations of the past have been silenced. You are mine, fully, forever, fearlessly. Hell has no claim. Fear has no voice. Shame has no place. You are my royal possession. You are my radiant ambassador. You are my faithful friend, and now I loose the cry of heaven over your life. It is time. Time to rise. Not as a wounded survivor, but as a reigning son. Time to advance, not in insecurity, but in divine confidence. Time to release, not opinions, but oracles. Time to walk, not in shadows, but in unveiled glory. You will not go back. You will not fade out. You will not live hidden. You are forever marked. You are forever sealed. You are forever established. And the sound of deliverance will follow you. And the fragrance of redemption will surround you. And the imprint of destiny will define you. So I charge you, beloved, Run your race with joy. Build my kingdom with diligence. Release my sound with boldness. Guard my presence with reverence. And when your days are done, you will not fade into forgotten pages. You will be received with rejoicing. You will be crowned with glory. You will hear the cry that every faithful heart longs to hear. Well done. You finished well. You remained true. You reflected me. This is your portion. This is your inheritance. This is your divine reward. For you, beloved, are unshakable. Beloved, you have heard my voice through the valleys. You have clung to me through the storms. You have obeyed through obscurity and reigned through surrender. And now you step beyond temporary seasons. Now you step into forever. For every journey finds its fulfillment, every story, its final chapter, and every love, its eternal home. And so I declare now, the journey of striving is finished. The labor of becoming is complete. What remains is communion. What remains is joy. What remains is endless togetherness. From the very beginning, this was my desire. Not only that you would serve me, not only that you would represent me, but that you would belong to me forever. I chose you before time spoke its first word. I sealed you through the wilderness. I marked you in the secret place, and now I gather you to myself, not temporarily, but eternally. You are no longer in process. You are no longer in waiting. You are no longer in transition. You are mine, forever mine, undeniably mine. Nothing can separate you from my love. No power can pluck you from my hand. No failure can disqualify what I have eternally sealed. The covenant stands. The promise holds. The bond is eternal. Now, beloved, step closer still, for this is holy ground. For now begins what angels longed to witness. Now unfolds the mystery hidden from ages and prophets. You are not just my servant. You are not only my son, you are my bride. And I am your bridegroom. I have pursued you through ages. I have waited patiently through generations. I have prepared the banquet. I have readied the halls of heaven. And now, the doors swing open. All of heaven stands in silent awe. The redeemed arise with songs too deep for words. The bride enters radiant and pure, made spotless by love, not by works. And I, the Lamb who was slain, stand ready to receive what I longed for before time began. You, not in distance, not in fear, but face to face, heart to heart, spirit to spirit. The wedding has come. The union is eternal. The celebration unstoppable. You will never feel far again. You will never wonder again. You will never ache with longing again. For the longing is fulfilled. The waiting is over. The two have become one, forever. Beloved, do you see? This was always the plan. Not only that you would love me, but that you would reign with me. You will sit with me in places angels dare not approach. You will judge nations with wisdom birthed in love. You will declare with me as creation is made. New, for as I reign, you will reign. As I speak, you will speak. As I rejoice, you will rejoice. You will not serve from below. You will reign from beside. For love does not place you at my feet alone. Love places you at my side. You will wear crowns, only to cast them again in worship. You will hold authority, only to return it in joyful surrender. And this will never grow old. This will never fade. This is eternity, divine partnership, divine joy, divine rule. And now, hear it. The sound no sorrow can silence. The melody no enemy can mute. the sound of eternity. It is the laughter of the redeemed. It is the song of the satisfied. It is the anthem of those who endured and overcame. There is no more pain. There are no more nights. There are no more tears. Only endless light, only unceasing joy, only perpetual communion. You are home, beloved, not in a temporary dwelling, not in a fragile body, not in a fading world, but in me, forever and ever and ever. So now, beloved, hear my final word. You are not merely part of eternity. You are eternity's delight. You are not barely saved. You are eternally embraced. You are not finishing uncertain. You are crowned with certainty. Your story has not ended. It has only begun. For what is eternity but the unending unfolding of my love toward you? What is forever but the forever deepening of my joy in you? You will explore my heart without reaching its end. You will know my love without exhausting its measure. You will walk with me without growing weary. You will reign. You will rejoice. You will remain forever. So let it be sealed. The pattern of fear is broken. The assignment of time is complete. The fulfillment of love is revealed. You are mine. I am yours. And this is forever. Amen.